Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Maddox, and I'm here to talk to you about customer adoption through the marketplace and how we can help you go to market. To me, the marketplace is how we democratize access so that any partner can sell to any Microsoft customer. It's how we go to market at scale using this B2B commerce platform for our shared growth. We started with that RSA video, and our investments in the marketplace are very much rooted in customer demand. Our team was just here last month filming this video, and I had the pleasure of talking to RSA throughout the process. What an amazing company. I love how they're preserving our history with all of this modern technology. But what really struck me about how RSA uses the marketplace is they're taking it beyond a feature level and they're adopting it as a platform. This is getting their teams on the same page so that they can focus on their business and cut through procurement red tape, bureaucracy, and process. But this customer story is not in isolation. We have customers of all shapes and sizes coming to the marketplace. In the early days of marketplace, it was very much enterprise companies looking to use the marketplace for managing software vendors and using that Azure consumption benefit. And that's still a big part of our business. And with 95% of the Fortune 500 using Azure, many using the marketplace, it's core to us. But technology is immersing across every facet of every organization. And from SMBs to the Fortune 500 and everything in between, we're seeing marketplace adoption. And it's because of this reliance we have on the cloud. If we're in this room, we're probably bought in on the value of marketplace. But just to level set briefly, it's the people. We have Gen Z and millennials coming into leadership positions. They think digital first. They want to shop independently. And then you have procurement. Procurement and IT are now besties. There is just so many technology solutions an organization needs. Even the HR department has some discrete application to support them. And procurement's leaning in and helping IT manage their cloud portfolio from a holistic perspective. And then, of course, this is all getting exacerbated with AI. AI is creating so much opportunity, but companies are grappling with, what do I buy? What do I build? And there still needs to be a balance between fueling innovation and maintaining business requirements. So for all of us in tech, whether you're developing software or supporting cloud solutions, it's an amazing time, but it's an incredibly crowded market. And for us, the marketplace is how we help solve this. It's how we, again, go back to that democratization access to support you. One of my favorite leaders used to joke with the cloud that we're not selling Skittles, and we're not. We empathize that enterprise software procurement is hard, and these are big deals, often multi-year, and a big part of your business. But what I love about the marketplace is it adapts to your needs and the customers. So whether that's selling digital direct, which leans into that millennial, Gen Z, digital first persona, going through partner, which is what many of us are here to talk about today with multi-party private offers. We have an amazing ecosystem of 500,000 plus partners. Microsoft's always been a partner-focused organization, and we're so excited to help fuel that further. And then, of course, selling with Microsoft. Lee gave a great deep dive of co-sell just now, but last fiscal year, we declared it the year of the marketplace. And for me, it was incredibly rewarding to see us align our field sellers to the marketplace so that we can scale more together. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some best practices for how to go to market through marketplace. First off, when anyone asks me what GTM benefits we offer, I always say that our scale motion to support GTM is marketplace rewards. I want to stress that Marketplace Rewards is available to any partner. You just need to activate in Partner Center, and it does have proven results. We see that partners using Marketplace Rewards sell 7 times more than those that aren't using it. The benefits are vast. This is a bit of an eyesore, and you'll get this slide later. It's also available online. But everything from a simple listing optimization to help align your listing to search or to getting on Microsoft channels across social, to even more in-depth opportunities like getting a dedicated webinar that goes to our field sellers. We're always optimizing this. We're always looking at what more we can do. But some of the real magic of Marketplace Rewards opens up with the Azure sponsorship opportunity. So just like any loyalty program, the more you do, the more you get. But anything from $2,000 in Azure sponsorship up to $400,000, and this is a huge part of our business. We use this to help you bring deals over the line. In fact, 40% of our Marketplace Build sales has been influenced by Azure sponsorship over the last 6 months. And these are probably partner names you know, and they have closed a total of almost $50 million in total contract value across about 25 deals, all influenced by Azure sponsorship. I also want to feature the Transact and Grow incentive. Lee touched on this briefly, but this is a benefit that we had last year that we brought forward this year and optimized a bit. So you can earn up to $70K for just selling through the marketplace, and that is available to activate in Partner Center. Now, admittedly, some of these benefits I just talked about are more geared for those ISVs in the room or companies developing software. But as we're looking to accelerate multi-party private offers and bring more channel partners into the marketplace fold, I'm really excited that we're offering Marketplace Rewards for channel partners. So this is purpose-built for you, and it's incredibly simple to attain. You just need to be a Microsoft partner. Most of you in this room probably already are, and then you just need to enroll in selling multi-party private offers. The process for enrolling, Darren will go through it in a bit, but I do want to stress it's incredibly simple. We have very detailed documentation on our docs pages, and even a 12-minute video that I helped produce that goes through every single step. We get asked all the time, like, oh, I must need some special qualification. You don't. You just need to sell to a customer in an eligible region and do some of the paperwork. What I love about how this is designed is you don't even need to sell anything to earn Azure sponsorship. So for the channel partners in the room, just by enrolling, you get $5K in Azure sponsorship dollars, and those benefits continue to grow as you sell more. So that's a little bit what we offer from a GTM support perspective, but I want to flip it back to you. We're no longer in the early innings of Marketplace. There used to be this mentality of build it and they'll come. You could simply publish your solution on Marketplace and you'd have customers at your digital doorstep. It's not quite like that anymore. There are thousands of solutions, and you need to put in a little work too to drive your marketplace success. This is all fueled because we're just going to market differently. We've all felt this for years, but the days of having clean sprints of building your solution, going to market, and driving adoption are long past us. We're doing all of this at a fever pitch pace, and to keep up with all the demands, we need to rely on a blend of product-led sales and ecosystem-led sales. It's the only way that we're going to scale, and I'm going to talk through some best practices of each from a marketplace perspective. So starting with product-led, I just want to stress that even though you're on the marketplace, your branding is still so important. We sometimes have partners that want to sell pretty much exclusively through private offers, and that public listing gets a bit abandoned. I really want to encourage everyone to treat their marketplace listing as an extension of their first party and do the work to make sure that your brand voice shows up. Use a freemium or low-cost product on the marketplace. It's not rocket science to do this in any kind of marketing funnel, but we need partners to put it on the marketplace so that they can have a graduation of that freemium up to pay-as-you-go. What I like to tell partners is use your marketplace rewards benefits against that freemium or low-cost product. Get on some channels, get some awareness, but relying on your marketplace rewards GTM benefits is not enough. You still need to put in some effort and run your own campaigns, but it should go straight to that freemium or low-cost product. From there, evaluate your campaign performance right in Partner Center. We've done tons of improvements and optimizations so that you can look at your traffic and your leads in one source of truth. And then nurture your pay-as-you-go and develop relationships up to enterprise deals. We had our very first Marketplace Partner of the Year award winner do exactly this. They had freemium, they nurtured them up. Once they had a certain threshold of revenue, they started evaluating that list, looking at what accounts were managed, who they could co-sell with, and closed tons of business this way. And it's a model we want to help replicate. From an ecosystem perspective, we have many sellers in the room. And I think we all know that what you send to a seller versus what you put on a website is fundamentally different. However, in Partner Center, when we look at different partners' bill of materials, we have a lot of partners who are just directing to their company website. We really need partners to do the legwork to help create brief, abbreviated materials that will attract sellers. One of the best practices I like to give is if you can do the math, calculate what for every dollar your solution is sold, how much ACR that will drive. Field sellers love this formula. And then help us help you with entering referrals. Even if you don't need Microsoft help, I strongly encourage everyone to enter referrals so that we can see marketplace business closed. I sit on 3 calls a week across the Americas, APAC, and EMEA with hundreds of field sellers. We will refer different partners for co-sell opportunities. And one of the first questions that gets asked is, has that partner closed a marketplace deal before? So by entering your referrals, even if you don't need Microsoft's help, that helps build the credibility with the sellers so that they can call you for that next co-sell opportunity. Familiarize yourself with private offers. Chris is coming up next, and he's going to do a fantastic demo of all the intricacies of private offers, and that's how most enterprise deals are sold. However, it's really important that you know not only how to build and sell your private offer, but how to support that customer in the accept and purchase of that offer. And especially now with channel partners being in the mix, you need to know too. We have some MPO deals go through where it's the channel partner's first deal. They're not sure how to prep the customer, and then there's some friction in the selling. Also, as we're accelerating MPO and looking for more partners to join us, we publish the list of partners that are participating every month. So please put a little reminder on your calendar. We have the link to the list in the digital takeaway here, and build those partner relationships so that you can scale. And please celebrate your wins. Within Microsoft, we have a Marketplace Winwire program, and we read every Winwire. They go way up in our leadership chain, and it's also the funnel for how we do our bigger case studies and other co-marketing efforts. But beyond our Marketplace Winwires, network with your peers, join industry events like this. I've seen so many cloud marketplace LinkedIn groups over the past couple years pop up, and I think it's a fantastic way to network, celebrate those wins, build those relationships. That's what I have. I hope it's been helpful, but just to summarize real briefly, Use your benefits. If you haven't activated Marketplace rewards, please do. It's right in Partner Center. Build those partner relationships and then celebrate your success. Chris is going to come up here next and talk through managing your listing start to finish. But before we do, I want to close with a quick video from our 2024 Partner of the Year Award winner, Wiz, and they won very much because they took that marketplace first mentality. Let's roll the video.
At Wiz, security is a pretty big deal. You could say it's our obsession. In a world where everyone needs protection, we've made it our mission to deliver security quickly through the cloud marketplaces. Wiz took a marketplace-first go-to-market approach that helped us become the fastest-growing company in history.
Today, 70% of our revenue generated is through the marketplace, with Microsoft being a very large contributor to that.
Most of our customers have long-term commitments with Microsoft. They are actively requesting to transact through the marketplace.
It's beneficial because the customer can say, hey, let's use part of our Mac and purchase Wiz through it. I see a lot of our customers take advantage of that.
The marketplace streamlines procurements of hundreds and even sometimes thousands of vendors.
It's extremely quick, easy, familiar, repeatable for our customers versus going through a whole purchase order process, which could take weeks. Marketplace could literally take minutes to do, which is crazy time to value.
We're not just sellers, we're also Azure customers with a Mac. We know from our own experience the marketplace is the best way to transact.
Working with channel partners is extremely important and part of my team's strategy. So using multi-party private offers are really important. They open up your network. We can sell deals together. We can do larger transactions. It's a win-win solution for our customers.
Security is a superpower that we all need, and our go-to-market strategy is built for speed.
It means a lot for Wiz to be Microsoft Partner of the Year through the marketplace. It instantly gives us that credibility and opens the door for companies that we're trying to do more business with.
There's so much more that we can do together. The opportunities are boundless.